Welcome to Fun, Mentals, where you want to go and what you want to know to develop a playful mindset. I am your host, Baron von Merkba. Y'all know that I'm all about the fun, and this video will be fun, yet some of it may make you squirm a little bit. Makes me a little uneasy talking about it. And speaking of talking, that's what this video is about. It's about what we say, what comes out of our mouths, how we communicate to ourselves and others, the words we use when we talk to others and ourselves, because we think in words too. Now, before I get all self-searching, I want to point out that almost all of the people I know are mostly positive about their lives and where they're going. I truly believe that everyone alive is kind of chomping at the bit to play more. Yet we all have this grumbling, grouchy side of us that likes to complain. This inner voice whose favorite game to play is victim. We are all familiar with this side, yes? So I'm going to examine this side of us and suggest some things to help us deal with it. Because we're not going to get rid of it anytime soon, but we can all manage to manage it a bit better and poke a little fun at ourselves for it. That always helps. See, the words we speak in our heads or out loud will completely determine how much we are enjoying our lives at any given time. And all of us have simply picked up some bad habits when it comes to how we talk. We all default to some lazy thinking once in a while. But really consider how what we say totally colors our life. So when we're complaining about our job or our relationships or politics, for God's sake, our experience of the world is kind of icky, right? Even if it's not affecting our ability to function normally, there is this undercurrent of unease. Certain areas of life feel unsettled or unsatisfying. That's why I call complaining the silent fun killer. It's so easy to fall into that judgmental trap because it's become a habit. Now, to be clear, letting off steam or snapping at someone or losing your cool from time to time is never anything to be concerned about. That's generally healthy. It's the consistent complaints, the we already know we don't like it kind of thoughts that can really get us into trouble. When we say day after day that we don't like something, it becomes almost automatic to think that the next time it comes up. And I'm not talking about personal preference kind of things. I will continue to not like bell peppers for the rest of my life, and rest easy in the knowledge that it won't affect my quality of life. But imagine what happens when you say on a regular basis that some situation you're in is preventing your happiness. Man, if only I didn't have blank in my life, things would be so much better. Now, we can be super vigilant and keep catching ourselves whenever we find ourselves speaking as a victim. Yet in many cases, the damage has already been done. So, we're damaged people. What else is new? How can we still have fun with it and maybe reverse some of the damage? Well, that's why I'm such a proponent of developing a playful mindset, so we don't take any of this navel-gazing too seriously. It is important, but in my experience, it's not as important as following your fun. When we keep our focus on the joyful aspects of life, those gnarly things we say automatically will stick out like a sore thumb. Weird saying. Now, just being aware of it doesn't mean we'll do anything about it. And you can bet we're going to say more gnarly stuff in the near future. But again, when you keep speaking what's fun for you, the gnarly speeches become less automatic. They still pop up, yet they're not as loud. Stay focused on fun long enough, And those gnarly thoughts become background noise. Hard to ignore, but pretty easy to tune out. So in order to develop that playful mindset, we must consistently remind ourselves. That's it. Just remain aware. I wouldn't offer any strategies to avoid our negative speech, even if I had some. Let's just keep reminding ourselves. Let's just stay aware of what we're thinking and saying. That way, when we make a mistake, we can actually learn from it instead of avoiding it. No magic bullets, just keeping our eyes and ears open as much as we can, so we can keep our mouths shut when we need to. What to do? Put up a display. Never thought I'd suggest that, did ya? Again with the displays. That's right, again with the displays. But I've got just the right phrase you can use for your display. What we say can stay. In other words, what we say to ourselves and others tends to stick around if you say it often enough. What we say can stay. That's kind of fun to speak and think. Go ahead, say it yourself, or say it out loud. What we say can stay. Put that up on your wall and see if it doesn't worm its way into your thoughts. Hey, William Burroughs and Laurie Anderson were right. Language is a virus. But there's no doubt that some viruses are beneficial. So just remember, for good or for ill, what we say can stay. Now, go out and play. Today, what do you say?